Well, the guy finally bit the bullet and got himself a proper sports car. I'm in Eastern Tennessee picking up a new to me 1980 Lamborghini Countach. This thing is incredible. Wait till you see this. Of course, I don't know anything about it other than it's been off the road for 6 or 7 years, give or take, and I've got 300 miles back home. Check this thing out. Okay, well, the world's cheapest Lamborghini happens to be made of wood. It's the OSB Berghini. No, it's the wood Berghini or something like that. But the fella I got this from, Jeff, he's a really nice guy. It took him about 5 years. He handcrafted this whole thing from nose to tail out of wood, plexiglass, and gumption. A whole lot of sweat and wood glue, I imagine. But anyway, we got to dig into this and see what kind of vehicle is underneath of this rig. It appears the engine is in the back. I would assume Fiero. So let's dig in and, I don't know, I usually say let's start in the trunk. I guess that's here. Cool. You know the deal, fellers and fellettes. You're buying a project rig, most of the parts always end up in the trunk. Or I guess it's the boot. Aha! Oh, we even got a prop rod. Huh. Look at that. What is this, 1/2 inch? Anyway, oh, we got digicals and all sorts of stuff in here. I'll get you in here. Plenty of storage space. I think more than advertised, actually. I had this car on a poster when I was growing up as a kid. It was the red, the big red poster. I've always wanted one. But I always was concerned about the trunk space. You know what I mean? If you can't fit 3 or 4 30 racks of cold ones in here, it's not really a trunk. Maybe we'll test that theory later. But anywho, it looks like we got a heater, or heater courage, which is nice because it is brisk this time of year. We got digital relays, we got the AC thing stuff, blower motors in it, and brakes. We got brakes, booster line still hooked up. That is a tight fit there. I don't know, I guess maybe you take that panel off if you got to get back into the brakes, but I can see juice clearly in the reservoir. So we're going to pretend now that the brakes are perfect. We're not going to have to mess with that. That seems fine. Need to run a vacuum through here eventually, but it looks like it's got headlights, turn signals, fog lights or running lights or something. I mean, so far this is pretty incredible. The latch work, even got the spring. That is nifty. Well, let's walk around this puppy. Got some good craftsmanship on the spoiler here. Got a marker light. I wonder if it marks still. This thing is very wide. I mean, wide. I think he said he scaled it right off of a model and just magnified it. So it should be about the right width. Got a big wheel spacer. No idea what that wheel is to. Mirror. This is plexiglass. A little bit of a crack. Don't worry about that. There's definitely not one there. It's fine. Looking very aerodynamic. Well, that's how you go through the drive-thru. You just flip it up. Bring it right back down. Side ventage. You gotta have these. That's that iconic look with the scallop. I mean, look at this. It's all laid in there. Look at this. It's got it. Okay. We got, that's definitely flat. I didn't bring a wind machine. He might got one. Whoa, we got 2 spacers on the back. Look at that. They're stacked to kick this tire out far enough. Vintage. Assuming maybe that's the gas door. We got another marker edge even. It's got tail lips. Might get more room on the other side. We'll come back to the engine in a minute. This thing is awesome. This side, that tire seems to be up, doing just fine. I have no idea what this is. Rankin Raptor. It's some sort of European track tire, I think. Not sure. Lots of spider webs. We're all by this wood pile here, so I think this thing's gonna be just full of critters, and that's all right. We'll take them home too. Gas shock on the door. I'm excited to see how the door opens, but we're gonna wait just for now. Oh, getting a little bit of water damage on the exterior. Well, that's even plexi. This tire might be down too. Look at the exhaust. That's cool. I see a fan down there. Oh, okay, that's actually really solid. Don't worry about that. Jeff just came out of the house and handed me this. A lot of you probably had these as kids. And this was his inspiration and his model to bring it to life. And he said 1/32 equaled an inch. So he precisely measured everything. Bam! Lamborghini right here in the driveway. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Does it have a V12 or a V10 or a, what's in it? Well, let's go back and look. I think, see a battery charger hanging off of it or something. Look, every good project starts with the battery on boil. I'll tell you that right now. What I brought was a toolbox and a Leatherman. Oh, and a hot battery. Other than that, I got nothing. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. That's cool. Guy's gonna shuffle back here. Try not to scoot the caboose on the 64. This one's shiny, scares me. We got good news, badder news. More badder than good. So I believe what we're looking at here, fellers and fellettes, is a Fiero, 80s Fiero, with a engine that you would find in the Chevrolet Berretta Z, that's a Z26. Right here. There it is. I suppose that makes sense. I mean, these came with V6s in them as an option. They're probably the same exact size. Got stuff labeled in there. It all looks here. I don't see any mousage. That's a little crispy. We'll pretend we didn't see that. It's just going to the ignition coils. No big deal. But everything seems to be here. Lightning hoses look great. Them look pretty new, actually. We got to get this thing out. He did say it's done and gone. Brad sits back here. Guy just spent a minute trying to figure this door out, and can't seem to locate any cable or lever or anything under here as of right now. So we'll just hope it has some fuel in it, and once we get it pulled out, we'll monkey around with that a little bit more here. Okay, I guess we should probably check some fluids really quick before we toss a battery in and just crank on this thing. It's supposed to run, so hopefully I don't have to figure out what any of this digital, electronic, fuel injection garbly-gook does or is or wants to be. You've probably noticed I'm avoiding seeing if I fit in this thing on the account of A, I don't fit in Fieros, and I believe that's what this is. You guys know that. You've seen me work on one. Head goes right out the sunroof. Great. Also, the roof is like this. at a 51.4 degree angle, meaning the headroom that didn't exist is completely gone and there's a reduction of a negative rate. Would that be a positive? I can't remember. Anyway, blood stick on the shift machine, it's there. Smells like wet dog hair, that's fine. Sure, it looks good. It's down 1.4 quarts. 1030, conventional. Let's see how these doors open. Are they Lambo doors or are they Fiero's doors? I don't know. Let's crack it open, see if we can climb in this thing. Check out the controls of this Lamborghini. Oh, yes! Yes! Okay, I think my belly's gonna fit in there. We're gonna have to do the Macarena to get through this thing. It's official. The Woodberghini has Lambo doors. Okay, here's part of the problem is the guy's gonna have to get used to shimmying through this. We'll make it happen here in a minute, but here's a first peek inside this rig. That's definitely a Fiero dash, center console, but it's a custom, this part of the dash, that's all custom made, of course. Got some foamage for additional headrests. And you gotta have a fire extinguisher, you know, being it's wood and all. Alright, let me see if I can climb into this thing. My luck, the first thing I'm gonna do is inadvertently just rip this door right off. This doesn't seem to be the move. Maybe it is. Okay. This is kind of like the Bricklin, but you gotta be a little more gymnastic-y. So you gotta get the flare in the arm. Or is that the Olympics? Stop laughing at me. All right, stop laughing. Does this got tilt? Oh, it does. I'm in it. Except my legs aren't. My legs aren't in it. Oh! Oh! Yeah, she is very, very tight. I could see why the previous owner chuckled at me when I said I was driving it home. This is gonna be, oh, I just accidentally hit the brake pedal and it does brake things. We got a key. Yeah, the battery is dead. You know, I don't know why, but I'm pretty confident this car is gonna do really good. Here's a shot of my legs when I'm on the gas and the brake. Muscles are burning I didn't know I had. Oh, okay, but I mean, we got NASCAR pad, shiftage. We got some gauges, volts, oil pressure, temperatures. Hopefully the tack works. You got a little backup window. And you still got the storage. We got lots of storage in here. Let me try to pull this down. It's like the first time going on the zipper. Remember that fair ride? Once that gate closes, you're like, uh-oh. We done it. We done it now. Okay. Oh, I see this wire right here. You take this bread tie and you wrap it around there, and that keeps that from flapping. Okay. I'm starting to get claustrophobic. I need to get out. Let's see. How do I get out now? Let's try this. Can I do both my legs? Okay, we're gonna limit how many times we get in and out. That was easy. Definitely not in a Lamborghini Manuals, you need to be 5'3", 160 tops. Okay, let's get a battery, throw it in this thing. Snag this old battery out. I'm in a bit of a hurry here. We want to get rolling before it gets too dark. I want to get headed west ASAPs. Battery post is stripped. Had to get the old beep on them. Write that down on the list. The positive one is very not tight. We're going to need that if we're going to try to work on lights and stuff later. Is there a light switch? Yes. The original dash. Oh, oh. Gotta take her easy on the Sherwin-Williams. Okay. Let me get this other battery. Is there anything else I could see? Not really. That doesn't gain me any sort of acquaintance or access to nothing. All right. You know, LUMBERghinis take a certain battery. No, this is just a side post I completely guessed. And I think that's going to be just fine, although this is... That's all right. You just grab onto them and lean back. Just pull on them. The guy can bend a few clamps and stretch these cables out a little bit. Left the actual cable stretcher at home, but we'll make it work. Well, that was a good thing there, I think. I tapped in this one, getting ready to do a fire test, and I heard click, click, click. So I guess the computer's trying to do computer stuff. Look, I don't know. Okay, but I think that's supposed to be a good sign, is what I'm saying. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, it's the moment of truth or dare, I guess. Look, I'm just gonna, I was gonna say jump in real quick, but we're not doing that. I'm gonna lean and reach in, stretch and bend in. Hit the key and just see what happens. Try to fire this thing up. Maybe we could pull it out of here. Oh, that's why I made all that racket. The key was turned forward. I must have done that. So I was probably the fuel pump priming. Park. Yep. Bring in the thunder. Oh, there it goes. That was easy. Oh, yeah. Sounds like a 3100. Woo! Oh, man. This thing's gonna break my mullet off. I have a feeling. Got oil pieces. That gauge works. Tachometer does not work. Says it's charging. Missing. Perfect. Sounds like bad gas for sure. Does have a miss, but it's cold. Oh, it's kind of coming out of it. Oh, there it is. Kind of idling funny, definitely rich, but it's cold. Hasn't run in a long, long time. Little smoky, but we'll take it. It's alive. Oh, that one must be locked. Boop, boop. Oh, it didn't work. Yes, sirree. The odometer says 191,000. That's the chassis. The engine is supposed to have less miles. It's still wandering, trying to figure out air fuel, I think. This is going to be wild trying to drive this home. 300 miles. This old boy here's got a compressor. He just fired that thing on. Sounds like a Detroit diesel whiteout, but we ought to be making a lot of air pressure here quick. Gonna shoot some wind in these tires. Well, they have to work. I didn't bring any, I didn't ship any here, nothing. And it's late Sunday. So the likelihood of us buying tires is, well, it ain't happening. So, yeah, fix the flat. That's right, we'll get some of that probably. Hopefully these hold air, we can get it out here on the concrete. Take one last look around, test the transmission, make sure we got a little bit of brake, and then we're just going for it. We're gonna have to try to figure it out alongst the way. The fumes back here is thick. I got about, I'm already getting woozy. I got 31 seconds to air up this tire. Oh. Is it going? By golly, I think it's going. Oh, I can't get this truck on here. There we go. Please hold there. Oh, it's going up. Hard to tell because they're kind of just rubber bands. These are 215/40 17s. It's going up though. I'll be damned. We got another imminent domain situation. Get out of here. Yeah. Get out. Well, it's definitely got a pretty bad miss. Well, it is running very, very rough right now. Missing pretty bad. It's wandering around a little bit. Air fuel is not finding itself, but sitting's bad for any car, even these newer jobs. We gotta get this thing out on the highway and blow the cobwebs out of it. But first we should, you know, see if we gotta go forward, go back to the machine that's doing that. That's the brakes, got the firm pedal, it's got juice in the reservoir. Hopefully that is not an issue. On the way here, I was hoping this would be a 5-speed, but based on the leg room, I am so happy it's an automagical. Tell you that much. Well, I'm gonna snake back in this, and we're gonna move this thing under its own power for the first time in years, get it out here on the concrete, take a look around it, try to figure out how to operate this thing. I gotta figure out how to open the deck lid thing, so if we close that, we get it up again. I suppose we just west. Well, here we go. Let's see if the LAMBORGHINI Kawatashi. Okay. Part I'm not looking forward to. How did I get out of it last time? Was it on my belly and then I did a twirl? I think that's what it was. Okay. Reverse. Solid. Neutral. Drive. Solid. Let go on the brake. It's moving. Wheels hit the dash. There's so many webs in here now that it's in the light. Oh, wow. Shut her down for now. Found the gas lid thing. Door. It's right here. Look at this machine. This is just wild. Low. Really low. Custom. Yep. Rad hose. Doug's got digital fans. Hopefully them are working. CV axles look like they've been replaced. For sure. This thing is cool. It's a lot of work. It's all wood. Whole thing. Went to open the drinker side and the shock done flew off on me. Oh no. Okay. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay. The webs in this thing are a real thing. They're everywhere. She's been sitting. Oh, we got speakers. We got a radio. There is one in it. I missed that. Huh. Well, now we got her in the light. You can see it a little bit better. It is definitely full size. Okay, well, we're going to worry about the mist stuff later, I think. Going to get this shock fixed so I can throw some stuff on the passenger seat. And I guess it's, you know, what else do you want? We're going to hit the road. Tires haven't gone flat yet. It's been 3 minutes, so that's pretty good. Ooh, that just broke pretty good right there. I don't suspect she's going to be, you know, wind-proof, weather-proof, as much as you think it would be. I can hear that tire going flat. We gotta hurry. Okay, got a tire going flat. It ain't running good. It don't fit. I'm crouched way down in here, as low as I can go. Oh wow, I can't see nothing. Coming out! Okay. Second gear. There, it finally came. Third gear. There it is. Okay. Oh boy, she handles just really good. Oh, this was a terrible decision. We got 8 miles to the parts store. That's probably our last stop of the entire night because they're going to be closed after this. And we got a tire going flat that's a 17. Nowhere's open today. So hopefully I could get some fix a flat or slime or something in there. Or we're just going to ruin the tire before we get there. Great. Oh, big kick down. Well, we own a Lamborghini though. Yes, we do. Oh boy. I believe I'm on fire. I believe I'm on fire right now. Oh, I cannot tell where. I gotta get my stuff out of here. Oh, made it. 2 miles? I can't tell where the fire was. It has slowed down or gone out. Got my stuff out quick, which is really just that. And grabbed the fire extinguisher, which thankfully was in it, but I don't know where to shoot it at. Really strange. It's not exhaust, it's somewhere up front. I'm gonna poke around a little bit, see if I can figure out what's going on. 298 miles to go. Tire's almost on the rim, was trying to make it to the parts store. Coming out of there. So it's these heater hoses. They're hot. They're not super hot, but whatever's under this, which I can't see, which I'm assuming is just leaves, is not liking it. Now I got a flat tire, so I can't get to the parts store. It looks like this actual box. Ouch, hot. See that? Amber's in there. The box went up. So. Oh boy. Well, got it running again. And no fire yet. No smoke. I thought it was getting a little cozy in there. Started smelling like a campfire. That mist is also getting a lot worse. We might be okay. We're on the rim though. We got to get moving again. Got a fire extinguisher. The car's only made of wood. What's the worst that can happen? I gotta get to this parts store. So we have options on this tire, or I'm gonna be stuck here for a couple days. Oof. I can't. How do you see behind you? You can't. That's how. All right, let's go as quick as we can. We'll also be closer to more fire extinguishers. Well, we made it. And she's on the rim. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix that tonight. We'll try some fix-a-flat. Grab a few fire extinguishers. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe that'd be a good idea. And then, I don't know. Tune up in a can. See if we can fix that mess. Well, the guy came out with my fix-a-flat. Had a pep in my step. Thought I'd be getting out of here real quick like. Nope. The line done blued off somewhere over there. And you got to be Bob Vila to work on this thing. I can't even see where the other side of it is. I think I need to take this whole quarter panel off or something. And it looks like the hose just split, or there's a coupler or something there. Which means I overheated it, I'm sure. Because it probably blew off a long time ago. And they close in 7 minutes. But is there tacos around here? Yes. I think we're gonna be okay. So anyway, this piece is rotten anyway. I gotta get in here, guys. See what's going on. The only way I'm gonna do that is if I get some access. So, let's see what happens. Yeah. This old house. So way back in there, there's a rad cap, which would be like here-ish. So I need to take this vent out, I think, to further our home renovation. I'm pretty sure this upper hose, yeah, see? The upper hose coupling just popped. So hopefully this will be an easy fix. 348 sheetrock screws. Got the lattice work out, but I got this metal that's got some screws in it as well. And then I think I can see our filler. We're getting there. Boy, the magnet don't magnetize on wood. Huh. Okay. There's that, which we're gonna need. Oh, the fuse panel. That's neat. And then this thing. And then there's the fuel neck that goes by that one by there. And then down by the rad through the electrical wires over there. But I got this pushed forward again as far as I could. I gave it a twist. And now we can see it back over there. So I just got to connect this, which it looks like that clamp failed. Look how loose that clamp is. I think that clamp failed. And that pipe does have a rib on it. So, ooh, look at that hose. Does not look good. We'll pretend we didn't see that. So I'm going to go in and get some new clamps and see if we can get that fixed up. Oh, I think I got it. I had to lay on that side, reach under, then I finally just lay it on top of the engine and jam my arms up in there. I got cuts all the way to my shoulder blade and hip, but I think I got it on there. You know, one of my dream cars I don't talk about a lot is an Italian sports car. It's not a Lamborghini, it's not one of them Ferraris. But working on this thing has me double guessing it. Anyway, let's fire it up and see if the thermostat's stuck, and that's the cause, because it built too much pressure and knocked that hose off, and then we got to dig underneath the intake and figure out where the thermostat is, or maybe it'll just work. I am going to leave this HVAC utility hatch open. That's where we got to fill it, and then there's also some other goodies in there. So that's along for the ride. Oh, we'll throw it in the trunk. There's plenty of room. Well, the thermostat definitely isn't stuck. You can tell by the way that is. But I'm going to try to fit a little bit more in there, because that gives me the feeling there's not even a thermostat in there based on the temp. Also, is glycol bad for fuses? Does anybody know that? Okay, let's see if we can get a little more in here. Gotta admit, kind of been a little fun tonight. Guys working our fans and their friends came over and tried to help me find a tire. Really nothing in town. There's a feller that owns a gas station, but they can't get a hold of him. He might have one, but one of them gave me some T4. He knows the deal. And I had already forgotten this is a 1.5 quart, 2 quarts low. Perfect. Throw this in. I'm going to throw in some Fix-A-Flat. I'm going to go up and down the main drag here, snip over and get some groceries down my neck. I haven't eaten all day. And then we'll see if that's going to hold air or not, because if it doesn't, we're going to have to find the closest Motel 3.5. And I preemptively bought 3 cans of Fix-A-Flat, so we'd have 2 more to limp us towards that motel. Or at least that's the plan. Basically, it's a mobile air compressor. Actually, I should probably go get another can before they close. These lights look really bright, but they actually don't shine anything. Like at all. Nothing. So I think even if I get the tire figured out, we're not going anywhere tonight. Staying cool. Should get some fresh gas in here. Also, I'm going to start going heavy on the vitamin B12, the berryman. Try to get the mist out of here. That'll clean up the plugs, valves, combustion chamber, you name it. Wow. Ugh. Right next to the windscreen, you can actually kind of see through it now. Nope. Fogged and cracked. Okay. Let's hook the air compressor up to the tire here. Going with this brand. Never heard of it before. Tire repair! Oh. Okay. Let's see what we got. I think the valve stem is supposed to be on the bottom, isn't it? What is this? Oh no, I think I just broke it. Oh no, I didn't. There we go. Yeah. Will it inflate it actually? Nay. But a feller just pulled up and told me there's air right across the street. So maybe I'll go in and get some quarters just in case. And we can wheel this across the street on this rubber band, as long as we don't kick it off the bead. That's the biggest thing. Oh, it's leaking on the bead. Sometimes you can seat these, but these low pros are a little bit trickier. These small towns are usually the best for a, you know, they all have a Whispering Pines or a Motel 2.5, but this one does not. Lock myself into this rolling Kindle pile here. Oh. 18 miles. Nearest motel, can't see nothing. Let's see what happens. Also, the tire's still leaking profusely. I've made it 3 miles. This is absolutely terrifying, I've got to be honest. I found the high beams. That's what that does. I came across the highway and went through the ditch over there because I couldn't even see. You can't see. Anyway, that's fine. I was just checking on the tire and I happened to see this, so I swung on over here. Well, I only got $1.25. I gotta go inside. It's kind of funny, I was chuckling. We were driving that Chevelle home a little while back. Man, I hope someone steals this. And we couldn't find an air pump to save our lives. We've gotten 2 within a couple miles. Not bad. Anyway, I don't know, I was going to try to get all the way into Knoxville, but trying to weave through traffic with that, I ain't got no mirrors, can't see nothing. I don't know what I'm going to do. Figure it out as we go. Really sweet old lady running the till. Helped me find the days in. Oh, we got another flat tire. 5 miles down the road, so let me get out my other stop leaks. Guess I'll hit each with one of those. Got $2 in quarters and a ring of cold snacks. Everything's fine, guys. You know what I mean? Do an errand by one. Oh. Okay. Where's this one leaking? Same thing. Around these weird looking wheels. I don't know what the deal is going on there. I have no idea where this motel is. It's probably in the middle of nowhere. Something we're going to have to consider is we're going to be waking up to 2 flat tires in the rear. So, yeah, that should get interesting. Oh, I don't have a jack either. I wonder if it's got the factory Lambo jack. Nope, probably not. Well, I maxed them out with this machine. That's worthless. You can hear it leaking out the back. It's also about to fall off a cliff, but any way. We got 5 miles. Let's go quickly. These things are leaking worser and badderest by the minute. Man, things are looking better all the time. Made it to a day's in barely. They're under construction. That's fine. We can get some omelets in the morning at the Waffle House. And then we got a really good fuel station. Right? I mean, everything we need. I'm going to take the key. It has a key. Is this a light? Oh, it is. Oh. I mean, I kind of wanted to leave it in and see if it would get stolen, but let's be honest. That trailer is more likely to be stolen. See you guys in the morning. Morning. Fiesta omelet. It's not on the menu, but it's really good. Motel has bed bugs and pretty severe mold issues, but the water pressure was excellent. Of course, as predicted, came out to 2 flat tires and coolant leaking everywhere. But there was some strategery when I picked this place last night. Not only was it the cheapest motel, it was also closest, and there's a Spanish-speaking only tire shop 3 miles down the road. I got, I think, 2 cans of Fix-A-Flat, 1 for each tire, and now we're just gonna slowly ease it down there. Oh, excuse me. Coffee. See what happens. Cold start. Oh, fires right up. Oil pressure. Fuel gauge doesn't work either, by the way. Speedometer goes backwards. Tachometer doesn't work. Everything's fine. Brisk this morning. Got some fog coming in. Sitting here reminiscing. Made it to the tire shop. It's kind of like Wolf of Wall Street last night. Remember that movie where he rolled into his house in his LAMBORGHINI and he's like, nailed it. But in reality, it was terrible. Well, I rolled in last night and didn't think much about it, but here's the sitch. 2 flat tires, coolant leaks, it spontaneously combusts. The brake rotors are so warped that it literally rips the steering wheel out of your hand when you try to stop. Oh, and it's made of wood. Nothing works. I can't fit, and I still have 280 miles to go. Remember that mid-engine AMC? I want it back at this point. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, these guys aren't open yet. This might not be in business anymore, actually, now that I'm looking, because there's couches and holes busted through there. I probably should have called. This place is abandoned. Well, I mean, is there an air compressor? No. Well, now what? That one got a little wind in it from the fix-a-flat, but this one, you can see I've been riding on the sidewall. Okay, found another tire store. It's 3.8 miles from here, but I was looking on my Google Pocket Box. I think I could cut through these neighborhoods to get there, because the other option is the interstate, and that's not going to work. And I'll be dipped. I spy with my eye another air machine. What is going on? Probably don't work. Let's try it though. I can rip across right here, see if we can get enough air, and from experience at this point, I can get 5.2 miles before they go flat, so I could feasibly make it. Good enough. We gotta go quick. That way. Cars in Bay 3, they're working on it right now. I got sidetracked. This thing's for sale. Moses sandals, it's nice. It's rust free. Got a little Bondo on the other side, but ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. This might be the last year of the square, actually. Probably 350, 700 R4. Huh. Here's a close look at this contraption. Notice how the lug nuts only have like 2 threads of engagement, but technically it's 10 threads total. So I think we're just going to ignore the fact that we have seen this at this point. Huh. Well, these guys at David's Tire are working hard. These little rubber band tires have been fighting them, getting off and on, but they're doing an excellent job. And Hal here, nice guy, he went and got me some red Loctite, and I went ahead and red Loctited these on, those wheel spacers, because that's, let's bring the sketch level down to 8.5 of 10. And they're also putting up with all that tire slime and goo, and they got to clean that up, and it's a pain, but they're doing an awesome job. Appreciate these guys. Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to drive it. He said absolutely. It's too bad it sits so high up. Oh, the brake lights work. Well, since we're traveling in the daylight now, I want to bring the pull me over vibes down just a little bit. So swung over to this wash here, gonna spray it down, try to clean this thing up a little bit. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any varnish or polyurethane. I guess we'll just go with soap. I don't know. Yep. What is... Oh, right on my door crack. I don't think that this is going to be watertight. I'm not sure why I think that. More of a guesstimate than anything. You know, if Bruce Wayne hung out with Charlie Sheen a little too much, this is the machine you end up with, I think. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm losing my paint. Well, somehow it looks worse. And there's more water on the inside than outside. Great. Also, I need to find some like deck treatment or something, I think, and we're gonna have to coat this down. I don't remember this one being there yesterday. Maybe it was. Anyway, I gotta find my paper towels now because I ain't got no window wipers. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah, get my windscreen clean. Let's jam this thing on the highway, see if we get some miles under our belt. I got smoke rolling out the back. I don't know what that is. It's also getting hot. This thing, it only goes 50, 55, and then it's constantly, while doing that, it's hunting for gears because this engine is really tired or something is wrong. It is not running good at all. I don't think we're gonna make this one, guys. I've only got a few miles and it is not looking good. Also, the steering wheel situation, it's still just a shaking away. Oh. Just coasted off the interstate. It shut down over here. Rolled her back. That might be all she wrote. Huh. Engine swapping this would not be fun. Now that I'm looking at it. But let me roll around for a few minutes, look this thing over, see if there's any possible way we could try to limp this anymore, but everything is smoking and hot. Even the alternator is smoking. Why? What's wrong with you? But this engine is just, I think it's just shot, to be honest. But I ain't got no dash lights. You know, is there an OB21 Kenobi connector? I don't know. What would that even tell us in this situation? It's probably going crazy. I don't know if everything's hooked up or not, but anywho's, let me crawl around, see if we're done. We made it to Knoxville, I believe I'm in. Sure. Got it fired back up, but it does not sound good. Oh boy. You know, when life gives you lemonades, trade them for whiskey. I'm gonna let this here Lamborghini cool down. You know, we was pushing it 54, 57. What do you expect is gonna happen? We'll let it cool down. Confirm the fans are running, all that stuff. It's got oil pressure, but definitely a lot less. It is starting to tick and she's about ready to go, I think. However, that being said, can we get a few exits down? More-ish. So let me monkey around for a bit, let this thing cool, and see if we can get it back on the road still. Not giving up yet. We'll wait till this thing locks up, you know. Got it fired up again. It's idling all weird. Really hot, and I lost a bunch of oil pressure, but oh, puking stuff out here. I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. So something I just caught that's definitely an issue is the fans are being intermittent. When it's this hot, key rolls on, they should be running, and they have been, but now they're not. And no matter how many times I roll that, it's not working. Found these wires electrical taped up down here. Traced them. They go somewhere up around front of the engine, probably up into there-ish. But to get me to the parts store, I think I'm just gonna grab one and tie it into the battery here so we can get over to the parts store. Try to limp this thing along if we can. But I'm out of juice. Might have to stop at a gas station or something, get some water. I don't know. This is way too small a gauge wire, but now if I just run it direct, we got a fan. So I'm gonna wrap that around this lug in here, get a fan kicked on, see if we can make it to the parts store. Barely made it. This engine is so tired, it's barely pulling me around. Lost all my coolant again. Got that issue resolved up there, double clamped it, and now this one blew off. So we're to the point I think we're probably losing a head gasket, and we're getting compression in this system, and it's just going to keep blowing clamps. Pretty sure. I'll grab a couple more clamps. We'll go ahead and try to fix this again. I'm going to get some wire so we can get both these fans juiced up. I don't know. We might have to try to find an old highway or a back road or something, because this ain't going to keep up on the highway with everybody else. I'm just going to be in people's way, and I can't see nothing. So it makes it really hard to navigate. Okay, so we're going to go direct to the source with 10 gauge. So I got that cut, pulled this connector down just so I could reach it better. And then we're going to bypass this stuff and just put a big 35 amp switch in. And I'm going to do this first so the engine can cool down, and then we'll work on that cooling hose and go from there. There we go. Digital fan 3000s. Oh yeah. Boy, you can finish your perm down here. We got wind blowing. Okay. Now, the next time it overheats or the engine locks up, we could just jump out, flip this off, and save the new battery. Saving some money here, just using a mop hose. I don't know if that's air trapped in there, just trying to wait here and see. I'm also seeing what looks like oil or something in it, so that's good. Yeah, that's compression in the cooling system. Head gasket's gone. Oh boy. Pressure's taking over the system. Yeah. I tried to put some K-Seal in it. Not gonna do it. It's gonna pop another hose. Well, I've spent the better part of an hour Just trying to feed this thing water and get it cooled down. Also make sure there's not air trapped in it because cooling lines are not ideal. And a big thanks to this store here. I don't know what store number it is, but these guys were so nice. They ended up rolling a hose out for me because I made about 34,000 trips into the mop sink there. Head gasket stat, zeroed out. I did pour some goop in there. 29 miles to the next O'Reilly. Let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? This again. You know, same thing, different place. Alright, I'm gonna get on the highway, see if we can nurse it. Didn't make it far. And the motor is, fastest I can get it going was 38. And now I'm stuck on an on-ramp. So, this should be interesting. I gotta think here for a minute. I do. If I can get out. So as predicted, that coupling popped. I already repaired one side. Thank goodness I kept the old clamp. Filled it up again. I had the battery off. I think it's in limp mode is what's going on. If there is one on these, I don't know. Bleep bloop down below. Did 94 Berrettas have limp modes? That's what this computer and stuff is. That's over there, I think. So let's try it again. I gotta get off this ramp anyway, at least to the next exit, which should be a mile. I don't know. Right now the temp is staying okay. I got the rad cap on loose. We're doing about 50, I think. If I can keep it in this gear, not in overdrive, I can kind of, you know, move. But I'm gonna push it a little bit farther, see if we can get to that next O'Reilly. We made it. Overheated again, of course. I'm gonna scan it. Hook the computer up to it and see what it says. We got a big pass to go over before we drop down into Cookville, and I don't think I got the power. I don't want to get stuck in a position where I can't go forward and I got to try to roll down the hill backwards. It's just too dangerous. Can't see. So unless I can clear these codes and feel confident we can get up that hill, I have no idea where I'm at, per usual, but I think this might be it. We'll see. We went to get the beep booper. See what it beeps. Well, I got on the old face space. I think I just bought a truck, sight unseen. I'm gonna try to make it to his house. It's 23 miles. This is one of our longer stints in this thing. So hopefully if all goes well, we can go find this other truck. Oh no, I'm really down on power. I think I just lost another cylinder. Come on! Got about 15 miles to go. Hang in there, LUMBERghini. Well, said we'd probably have to drive it until she locked up, and oh! Well, the LUMBERghini officially dead. Motor's locked. Can't do much about that. I'm gonna walk down the hill here. There's a cute little town. They got plenty of amenities and things of that nature, and figure out what to do with that. She just didn't have it in it to get back home. It'll happen sometimes, you know what I mean? That's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate y'all very, very much. And hey, we'll see you soon.